California police against the waste of water by the rich in Calabasas. For the BBC. September 6, 2022. Derek Krausse is dedicated to monitoring representing the municipal water district. The same neighbors get upset, they have yelled at them, but they don't take it personally. They are dedicated to patrolling the San Fernando Valley, they are the water police, anti-waste patrol, they cover large areas monitoring as employees of the municipal district. In this area, with more than 70,000 inhabitants, is one of the areas with the harshest restrictions, even though it is an exclusive suburb where the Kardashians, Coby Brayan's family and Silvestre Stallone live. In this area, there has been a serious drought for 3 years, due to lack of prospects for improvement, due to climate change, cyclical phenomena that can change the climate such as the phenomenon of the girl. That is why plans are being implemented emergency, to reduce state water consumption by 15%, and in critical areas by 35%. Krausse and 6 employees patrol 24 hours, and catch whoever does not meet the water-saving standards. Let's go against the spendthrifts. Comments Derek Krausse to the BBC. The first thing is that they are only allowed 1 irrigation day a week. The restrictions focus on the external use of the water. Residents only have 1 day a week to water, Tuesday and Thursday before 10 a.m. or after 5 p.m. you can water. They are the determined schedules. This is why they also check if the swimming pools have leaks, the decorative fountains, since in the area they depend 100% on imported water, the scarcity of water becomes a major problem in the district. Having only the melting of the mountains as a source of supply, and given the situation that irrigation occupies 70% of the external use of water, the cross patrol is very demanding, and pays attention to the tone and thickness of the gardens, and see if it is impossible for the lawn to look this green. They look for trickles of water. They check for landscape sprinklers, fungus, signs of moisture, trace undetected sources of leaks, and identify pool problems. These officials study each case in detail and take notes. In addition to this, the patrol has the eyes and ears of the community, since customer service reports are produced from the same residents who report anonymously. They pass this data to Krausse, sending photos or videos. In this way it is the same community that watches over each other. Another tool they use are electronic water meters. They are calculated based on the number of inhabitants in the dwelling, and the extension of the property's land. Each warning comes with a warning of $100 first warning, $200 third, $500 fourth dollars, and on the 5th fine, an aluminum disc with a hole is placed in the center. They place it in the joint to limit the use of water by lowering the pressure. The agency does this to enforce savings goals. These pressure limiters are a punishment for misuse of water no matter how powerful the person is. Already with the restriction the pressure is quite reduced, because you either wash dishes or take a bath. The device for reducing water repression has been tested by this commission, and Derek Krausse himself. There is a list of recurring offenders with more than 1,600 names. They have placed this device in more than 63 homes. The actor and comedian Kevin Hart has been limited in the flow of water due to misuse in the past. Now he collaborates with them. It is a law. On the 5th warning, the limiter is installed. Among the names that have come to light, Kim Kardashian mansion in Hidden Hills and Silvestre Stallone exceeds more than 300% of the water. Lawyer justifies, and says that it is because it has 500 trees, it comes out of a sprinkler before it is put a limiter. All these communities of wealthy people spend more than 3 million liters. There are people who have up to 3 soccer fields, athletes, famous people, celebrities, singers, and the fact that they are exposed in the news, because it does not leave them well off publicly. In this way, we are working democratically and actively in California to reduce the use of water. Krausse comments that they are receiving a lot of support from society. Why don't they make exceptions no matter who you are? Many people today opt for artificial grass. Because if you do not comply with the rules you will receive notice, and if not the pressure drop. Other people are looking to replace native plant species that require less water. Drought-resistant gardens have a wide variety of plants. Flowering plants, shrubs such as sage and poppies, less than 70% of the water. In Calabasas, what was achieved in Las Vegas with the anti-grass movement is sought. Green gardens are hardly seen. This movement was highly successful. This is a program where $270 million were invested to replace native plants in Nevada, saving water by removing the grass and lawn to replace the grass with native species, such as the desert marigold. This forced the community to remove the grass, which is decorative, and only those who mow the lawn walk. The agency hopes that Calabasas and the other municipalities it supplies will look like Las Vegas in a few years, a city built in the middle of the Mojave Desert, a pioneer of the anti-turf movement that has been spreading throughout the western United States in recent decades. And that is considered an example of success. Today, green gardens are hardly seen on residential properties in the largest city in the state of Nevada. And it is partly thanks to the program of the United States. The authority of the Agua del Sur de Nevada financed the replacement of 19 million square meters of grass with native species such as the desert marigold. With this, the agency calculates that it has saved 617,000 million liters, enough to meet the region's water needs. According to projections from the California Department of Water Resources, by 2040 the state will lose 10% of its supply. To make up for it, Governor Newsom proposed 2 weeks ago to invest in water recycling, storage and desalination plants. The Department of California's water resources by 2040 the state will lose 22% of its supply. That is why they are thinking seriously about water storage, recycling and desalination. It's time for Californians to realize that they are in the midst of their worst drought ever, and having wet, green grass doesn't make sense.